Hello there, everyone. It's Andrew at Gongs Unlimited with another healing video, and I have as my guinea pig, assistant, helper of healing, Joshua here, to go on another way of a healing adventure. So this healing adventure might be like, I have a friend who's kind of upset or worried because one of their friends that I don't know is not doing well. And I would like to help them by giving their friend a healing. Sure, I could get on Instagram and play all my gongs really hard through the thing and hope it doesn't distort and it gives their friend a healing, or, whatever it is. But sometimes, I can contribute to their GoFundMe, et cetera, et cetera. But sometimes you just want to get a healing to them. But if that person doesn't know you, like Josh has a friend right now who I don't know, they may not always accept the healing as readily. Well, they'll accept the healing from someone they know. So what we're going to do is called a long distance healing, and we're going to mix sound and spiritual healing energy to help Josh's friend today. Yes, this is not pretend. This is live on Gongs Unlimited. We're going to give someone a healing who you can't even see. Um, so the first thing I'm going to do is I look at Josh and I go, I don't want to be in the middle of Josh's space. I need to keep myself grounded. So I'm going to imagine myself connected to the center of the planet. And I'm going to put up a little separation. I'm going to use the image of a rose, a separation rose, right here. That lets me be separate from Josh's world, what's going on with him and his aura. Even if his aura is all over the place, because he's worried, even if it's not contained, it's all over the place, I'm at least separate from it. I'm not in Josh's aura. I may be in, but I'm not part of it. Okay, so that's the first thing you're going to do. Get yourself separate and in your space. You don't have to go all over the universe to give this person a healing. In fact, it doesn't work. It's better if you are here. The next thing I'm going to do is ground Josh. Make sure Josh is connected to the center of the planet. I'm going to say, Josh, I want you to connect yourself to the center of the planet. Even if he doesn't know how, just imagine a little bit. And I'm going to then ask you, Josh, to imagine your friend. I believe her name is Marge. Just imagine Marge just in a little universe right here, little bubble. You can imagine however you want. You can imagine her healthy and happy. You can imagine whatever's going on with her, however you want to see her. Just say hello to that right out here. Just say,
Hello.
yeah.
Hello, Mark.
Right. And a bit of Marge's energy is right here. She's kind of curious. She's poking around. She says, how's this going to work? Because again, she doesn't know me. What's the old term? She doesn't know me from Adam. I don't know this guy Adam, but she doesn't know me either. So, but she knows Josh. So her energy is listening more to Josh. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to connect a connection between Josh's fourth chakra and Marge's fourth chakra, just for this healing. There's already probably one there, but I'm creating one just for healing. Just going to allow that to happen. Doesn't have to be strong or intense, just there. And there, now I see more of her. And she said, okay, I see her coming there. And you could even, if you want, put your hand through the YouTube and feel her right here. She's like, I'm ready for the healing. She's right here. Josh, why don't you put your hand up just in case you want to just, you notice something right there? Yeah, that's her energy. See? Her energy is ready for the healing. So now what I'm going to do is, normally I'll use a healing guide, but since you don't necessarily have a healing, I'm going to hook Josh up. Just going to ask, let's see, sometimes ask God, Jesus, who's going to come down? And ask for a very high angelic kind of level. And I see it's actually Mary. Remember Jesus' mom? Also a very, very capable healer. And the subject of many a portrait in medieval and Renaissance times. It's going to come down and she's going to plug into Josh's fourth chakra and connect to Marge to do a healing. And all Josh has to do is sit here. You don't have to do anything else. You are the conduit for Mary to come down to do that. Now, while that energy is coming, I'm going to help a little bit with some sound, just to make it a little more grounded in the world. You could use a gong for this. You could use a bowl. I'm using our cool looking tuning fork because it's nice special effects. And then Mary's saying, Josh, first, can you ask Marge if she would like a healing right now, just mentally in your. It helps set the connection. And you might feel, I see Marge go, yes, very much. But you might feel that sort of connection, Howard. And Mary goes, then that's great. Now she can work in it. If you look, you may feel this. I'm going to step back and say, Mary's really filling up Josh's aura right now. Josh, you noticing anything different while this is happening?
Yeah, the backwards pulling warmth.
That's some nice healing energy.
Warmth, yeah.
So that's how you know it's kind of work. Now, I'm watching it connect, but now we're going to just play. I'm not going to get in Mary's way. I'm just kind of helping it make it real to Josh and over there to there. Yeah. I'm going to ask Mary to tune into this too. She goes, great. She goes, yeah, just put it right in front of her. Okay. That's all she needs me to do. I don't need to wave it around or anything. Now, as I watch that healing energy, it's beautiful, strong, light sky blue coming out of Josh's fourth chakra. That's Mary's energy. And it's going to Marge. And so we'll take a look at what's happening to Marge right now. Marge is having a lot of, just to be clear, you want to describe what's going on with Marge right now, just in simple terms?
Yeah, like, she has a very sudden setting cancer, very terminal cancer that has filled her body from her breast, chest to her bones, and then up into her brain even.
Yeah. So Marge probably not going to be on the planet much longer. But that doesn't mean while you're on the planet, you get all sorts of healings. And why not have it so that when you pass, it's a lot smoother? So that's what I say. I see Mary's kind of lifting. There's a lot of grief around some karma of Marge's that she never got to finish. And Mary's going, you can give that grief to me. And she's just going, saying, you're done with the karma. You thought you had to see something happen because of it. And she goes, that's not how energy always works. So Marge was waiting for a result in the physical world about this karmic situation she wanted to clean. And Mary goes, it was forgiven 10, 15 years ago, but Marge has been carrying it around a little bit. So Marge's going, oh, please take it then, because I couldn't do another lifetime. I could not do another lifetime waiting for this fix. Marge still has a sense of humor, even if she's dying. And now Mary's going in there, and here's what's really interesting. She's coming through Marge's fourth chakra, I see, and coming back and giving you a healing, because Marge has a healing agreement with you. She goes, it's her way of saying it. She was like going to Mary. She says, make sure Josh gets a healing too, because he's doing this.
That makes so much sense.
What she's also doing now, Mary, is kind of disengaging some of Marge's astral body, which has been really tied into her physical body, like kind of thinking it was one and the same. I don't know if Marge was really good at having dreams, but she had some trouble sometimes, like, oh, I didn't manifest this in the world. It's an interesting theme. I didn't make this happen in the world because it just wasn't time or right for her, or there was a block. And so what Mary's doing is kind of helping her disengage from what's getting towards the end of her life, the physical body, and getting a healing. A lot of grace is going into her space. Yeah. And I see Marge asking, like, don't let it be too long, this pain or whatever, because I don't, she goes, I'm done. And Mary's kind of helping her take out another level of, there was an energy here of like, well, you learn by struggle. You learn by struggle. That's a picture. It's a thing we all have, like, oh, yeah, if I'm going to learn this, I'm going to have to struggle. And some people hold on to that and learn. So she's kind of having that. She goes, that's not necessarily true all the time, Marge. And so something disengaged that. I just see, I saw Marge kind of become very green and take a step away from some of the beliefs she had in her body. And she goes, that's a relief. I'm not saying she's dying right now. I'm just saying I saw part of her that was really believing a few things still wasn't necessarily true. And I see two very nice healing guides that help when you depart. We have healing guides that help us incarnate, and then you have to discarnate. They're a couple, and they're kind of getting her ready. They call themselves, we're the bag packers. We help people pack their bags. Yeah, I think I can. Maybe they're paying. Yeah, Mary, because they're two of her special helpers, but they have a little sense of humor for Marge. Yeah. Now I'm going to step up because Mary's going, the healing's starting to finish. And Mary's saying, thank you, Josh, for doing this. And she's sort of letting the fourth chakra disengage. I don't know if you just sort of felt that. That's why you react. Let's just see. Josh, what are you feeling now as this starts to finish up?
In that finish, I felt sudden shivers.
Yeah, because as she disengaged, you just had Mary force energy. Not Mary herself, but the energy that she uses for grace running through your body.
Yeah, I felt that shiver from my heart
Yeah.
all the way to my tailbone. Yeah.
Yeah, because she also disengaged you from Marge, too. Marge is over. I just saw her come by and she's waving. She's like, thanks. She goes, talk about it later. And
That sounds right.
Yeah. And I just see her filling up your aura now with grace. Like, she's like kind of giving you space. Like, you don't have to carry Marge's problems or issues yourself in your aura. She goes, you gave her 80, 90% of what she needed right now for you. So that's the other thing too. You don't, sometimes we walk around and we got our friend and we're like, oh my God, I don't know how to fix them, or I want to help them. And you know, was really making a dinner for their family enough when they're sick, you know, whatever you're trying to do, or did, you know, this stuff, you know, and sometimes it's like, you just had to do one little thing. There's, you know, it's a community kind of group thing. And sometimes they don't need as much as you think. Sometimes they need more. You don't know. I'm not, you know, but you, by that, you kind of got your whole space made whole a little bit too. So you can kind of go, okay, might be able to see Marge from a few different angles now.
Yeah.
So there, I used the sound there, but I asked Mary, so we were doing a spiritual long distance healing, and we used some sound in there too. Now you might mix more sound or whatever, but I just always like to let people know, you don't have to force, I'm going to play the gong harder to make this healing better. No. There's energy is no effort. Spiritual healing is no effort. And the sound may help it because it makes it real to a body. It makes it, you know, and even then I had to ask Mary, can we make this sound work with your spiritual energy? I wasn't putting my sound onto Mary's healing energy. And she kind of said it how she wanted. Because I ain't trying to compete with a tuning fork against, you know, the big guns. I'm like, here, help me. I just want to participate. So there we go. I hope that was a lot of fun here. And I hope it helps your friend Marge.
Yeah. I'm amazed at how spot on a lot of things you didn't know but felt.
Right. All I knew was Marge had cancer. I didn't even know the type of cancer. Yeah.
I'm sure I can just feel that there's things that she was holding on to that weren't finished yet, that she just needs to let go of because they're going to go on through to what she has done. And you picked up on.
Yeah.
And you picked up on her personality. Like, spot on.
Right, good. And I did not know this. I'm not trying to go, ooh, I'm amazing psychic. I'm just saying, because that's not the game here. I'm not trying to prove it to anyone. I'm just trying to go, spirit is real.
Yeah. And I feel it in me, that release that you gave me, that Marge gave me.
Yeah.
To be okay, to release my part of having to do anything.
Right.
And just being. Yeah.
Yeah. Just be, it's okay. Yeah. You know, sometimes just tell them, you know, being on an energy level, it's okay. You know, and she got a great healing. There's some stuff. Hey, I always say when you're getting, we all, you know, what do they call them? Deathbed conversions. This wasn't a deathbed conversion, but we all are going to have a few things that we were not aware of that we really thought we've been carrying around that we're done, or carrying around a belief that was actually not true. And you get right to the end and sometimes you just go, poof, I don't even, oh man, you know, she finished that karma 10, 15 years ago, but she was holding on to it. Or you think it's got to be this way. And the great thing about it is, like, here's the thing, when you're in the body, you think that. So she got a great healing today, Marge, because that picture about, oh, you have to suffer to learn something, they took a lot of that energy. So next lifetime, she doesn't have to walk in with that picture and work on it again. She can take another step up. There's nothing, you can get healings to the moment you're dying, but it's great to release some karma here in the body, because then you don't have to work on it next lifetime. Each lifetime gets a little easier. So, you know, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with getting a healing up until the, you know, time you die. You'll get more healings when you get up there. You got your bag packers. She's got her bag packers helping her. Concierge service. Marge is going to get concierge service. So there you go. I thank you so much for letting us have a little fun here and do a great healing. And may you find your ways to do it. Take a look at what we did. Take a look at the steps and just see how it will work for whatever modality you use. Okay? Thank you, Josh.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Bye bye.